Part 3, Veterinary Physiology. Explain the following figure based on the effects of two stimuli, the circadian rhythm and stress, on the secretion of various hormones.
So, this diagram shows the relationship between the hypothalamus, the pituitary gland, and the adrenal cortex, and this diagram is called the hypothalamo-pituitary axis. So, in this diagram, we have the presence of positive sign which refers to stimulation and the negative sign which refers to inhibition. So, when under stress, the hypothalamus releases the corticotropin-releasing hormone, which then bind to the receptor in the anterior pituitary. And this binding triggers the secretion of corticotropin in the bloodstream, which subsequently induces the adrenal cortex to synthesize and release cortisol hormones. So the regulation of cortisol synthesis is controlled by a negative feedback mechanism mediated by mineralocorticoid and glucocorticoid receptors in the hypothalamus and anterior pituitary, whereby elevated levels of serum cortisol repress corticotropin-releasing hormone and corticotropin release. So in contrast, extremely low levels of cortisol triggers enhanced production of corticotropin-releasing hormone and corticotropin hormone. So another factor that affects cortisol secretion is the diurnal rhythm. So the normal secretion of cortisol follows a negative slope. So on stage 1 of sleep, cortisol is lower and it rises progressively during stage 2 of sleep. So based on normal physiology, the highest concentration of cortisol is achieved when we wake up in the morning. And normal levels of cortisol retain daytime consciousness and then decline gradually throughout the day. At night, the concentration of cortisol is approximately half the concentration during the day and the lowest levels at around 4 a.m. So, the range of cortisol concentration variation is stable around the clock. However, when a person is under stress or pressure, a rise in the secretion of cortisol can be observed.